Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Kentucky Wildcats. And the Gators will put toe to leather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Wildcats offense takes the field for the first time today. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Right back to it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. He's going to take off. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Wildcats with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Buys a little time. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line, really selling pass. That's step one. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a big gain, and gets a first down.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Second down coming up. Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Florida's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality. Let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's going to fire deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
The Gators will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Wants to throw on first down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Wide open downfield. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, the ground game. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Makes the grab. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Out of the gun, the give to the back.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They knock him down right there.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
He's going to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get...
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice. back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job.
He's off to the races. He's at the 40. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. He now has 62 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard catch. Got enough space, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gator! And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a swing.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Using the quick game.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Quickly complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Gets it out quickly. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He unleashes a long one. And it's hauled in at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida!
You You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give to the right. He locked up and held on to bring him down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It's working. Why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
He finds his man, and they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to the air one more time. Got a man. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Going for 6. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by just 4 to Virginia Tech. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Now, I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the left. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Now on first down from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped it.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Give to the single back. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Got it, looking for a first. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Lane. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Kentucky now operating in the red zone. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. They've got the screen set up. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense on that play, sniffing out the screen pass. They had their eye on the ball. They were able to rally to the running back, gain of no yards.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the field goal unit is on the field. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. It is perfect. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Final play of the quarter coming. The give to the tailback. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback checking off. Now the play fake. Got his man downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking for a crease. It's Wade. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. Got it in the middle, it's Coffee. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time, just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On the option. Now the pitch. On the move at the 30. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. And the Gators have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Second and goal coming up. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. Picked off. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time, and he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it is really nice.
Going deep. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown, Florida! And the stomping has commenced. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wildcats!
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, Dick.
He wants to go deep. And they almost had a connection on the long pass, but the receiver couldn't make the grab in bounds. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
He'll take another shot here. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Gator! And the pummeling has started. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He's got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. He wants to throw. Gets it out fast. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. That last completion has him set up, 2nd and short. He'll just keep slinging it. He's got it. Tackled after picking up the first down.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
He's got an open man. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs.
Timeout, Kentucky.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking for the score. To the end zone, and is picked off. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Crosses the 40. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Florida! And the route is on. Climbing up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to find his man on first down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Just complete and